I'm always bitterly disappointed that women's rock groups are so bad, although there are rock groups coming up in the States who are trying to lay down a kind of heavy feminist rock. But it's nothing like the explosion of creativity that happened among the boys. You know, everybody had a guitar. The girls just somehow never picked them up.
Most of the girls we lost along the way because they got bored with it, or they didn't want to take time out for the dating, or they wanted to do something else, you know. I mean, I gave up most of my early life to the business, and a lot of women aren't prepared to do that. Rightly so, probably. I mean, very few make it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Suzi Quatro.
That's Suzi Quatro on American Bandstand.
Yes, she can. It's Suzi Quatro.
Here's Suzi!
She was the first and broke the ice and kicked the door for us gals.
She was such a pioneer in the quintessential rock and roll chick.
Back when we were first starting at 64, 65, 66, the girl bands were few and far between. Few and far between.
Of course, there were early trailblazers who were musicians, female musicians, playing instruments in rock bands. They were making great music, but in the shadows. Suzi was the one who really smashed it wide open and broke into the mainstream with that string of top 10 hits around the world. She was the first.
Did you start something nobody else did? Did you actually succeed at it? How long did the career last? Was there quality to what you did? Were you an innovator? Suzi was an innovator, absolutely.
It was just unbelievable. It was like, you know, that thing where your chills go through your body and you're just freaking out because it's like, did I really just hear this?
Suzi was authentic. When that young lady was in her leather with her guitar, that audience got crazy. And she's still doing it.
Young kids these days, you know, unfortunately for them, they don't really know Suzi. And that's a shame because they should. Especially anybody that wants to get into this business, they should study Suzi Quatro.
Most any successful artist would only see it in hindsight, but knowing the cost of fame and success, there's always a trade-off, a massive trade-off.
Huge.
Huge.
How does one reconcile themselves with that, knowing that you do pay a price that the public just don't see?
You have to say goodbye to a very comfortable, perfect existence. And I knew it taking it on. I knew it the first time I went on the road with the band.
I'm a touched up freak on a winning streak. Suzi Q, what's cooking with you?
1500 on your dial.
WJR, the Goodwill Station, Detroit.
I was born Susan K. Quatro. My father's name was Arthur Quatro. My mother's name was Helen Quatro. You know, I just don't think my father wanted 4 dependent daughters. So he brought us all up very ballsy. And he loved my mom very much. They were together over 50 years. But my mom was more the strict one. I'm very close to my mom. I think she's the only one that really knew me. I mean, she knew me. Could never fool her. If I came in like 13, 14, after being out with some people and I'd had a beer or a cigarette or something, she'd be sitting 6 rooms away and she'd say, Susan, come here. I can smell smoke and I can smell the drink, and I couldn't lie. I am very much my mother's daughter morally. She was a Catholic lady and very strict. She gave me the tracks to run on for the rest of my life. So there's that part of me, and then there's the performer part I get from my dad.
I love that melody.
I love that melody.
Heart of my heart.
Heart of my
brings back a memory.
Brings back a memory.
When we were kids.
I was in a very musical family with 5 kids, and my father played various instruments in various bands, so we all grew up with a million music lessons. I took drums, I took piano.
We had a joyous life with our family. It was always sing-alongs around the organ, all that stuff.
Mickey had his own stardom when he was young. You know, he was a teenage prodigy and on national television.
Suzi got that entertainer gene. She had that charisma to draw people and tell jokes and be up front. Dad was very thrilled that we all went into music and followed his dream.
It was January 1956. The whole family were watching the Ed Sullivan Show. He brings out Elvis, and when he went, well, and I had my first light bulb moment at the age of 5 and a half, I'm going to do that.